And hello, guys, welcome to Sharing Your Journeys. I have two amazing people with me here today. And actually, the first couple that I've got to interview on the series, and obviously they're a huge hit. I'm not gonna lie, you guys are a huge hit on Instagram at the moment. I get questions about you guys all the time. So we're gonna keep them known as J and B for the purpose of this video. And just to hit it all off, I want to pass it over to J and B just to so they can share their journeys and tell us all about themselves, how they got started, and how this amazing journey of theirs is going. So over to you guys.
Yeah. So, so I'm Jay.
And I'm B. So
yes. And we just decided together to do this Instagram account, and we're just kind of starting on our journey, really. It started as B's as more of B's thing, and then he told me about it, and now it's becoming something that I'm more interested in as well. So you're like really actually seeing my journey into it from the beginning. So yeah,
that is incredible. And it's nice to know, because it's obviously I got to know B through obviously purchasing hosiery and stuff to begin with. And remember you telling me about it, like, oh yeah, I love wearing it, and I'm thinking about getting my misses, and it's like, I was like, oh my god, yeah, do it, go for it, because that's just amazing. And it's one thing I love about it is I know a lot of people who do that. They obviously purchase hosiery for themselves as well as their partners. It could be either way, but it is just they don't really show anything on Instagram because they're not too sure about it, how it would be sort of perceived, would it be accepted, all that kind of thing. And the fact that you guys are doing it, oh, I'm all for it. I'm literally all for it. So B, can I ask, so how did you get started in this whole thing? Is it something that goes right back to childhood, or did it start in your teens? Like, how did you get into this whole thing?
yeah, I mean, it definitely starts back from when I was younger. I mean, because I'm the youngest. I have 3 older sisters, so I mean, it was definitely around when I was a kid. So I mean, seeing that, and then I mean, there was definitely seeing it on TV, movies, and all that. So it was kind of like a fascination with that. And then in my teen years, kind of discovered that this was a thing, like, and just kind of explored that as a teenager. And then as I got a little bit older, then got my first pair, and just started wearing them, and then just was kind of always closeted with that, and then just kind of kept buying more. So, and then yeah, it's just kind of been something that I've always just enjoyed wearing, like at home or in the evenings on my own. And then when we first started dating, like I told her about it, like it was just like a question, just asking like if we had any kinks. And so I just kind of told her, I was like I don't know if it's kind of a weird one, but it's this, like, kind of into a pantyhose fetish. And she's like, oh, okay. And then so yeah, I mean, that's just kind of how it started for me. And then I mean, it's been talked about through our relationship as well. And then it just kind of, I mean, the account was fully started on a whim, where it's like, hey, you want to do this? And it's like, yeah, let's do it. But we definitely just started it on a whim. So
oh wow, that's incredible. And just I wanted to ask, so Jay, in that sense, when obviously B had mentioned about obviously one of his kinks, or one of your kinks and stuff, because I get asked this a lot, in terms of, I get asked by a lot of single guys who do wear hosiery. It's like, what do you think about men wearing hosiery? Is it, like, do you like it, do you not? And there might be a fair bit of validation in that, but it's just, I get that question asked so much. And when obviously B had said that, what, like, how can I explain it? Like, what did you think to it? Like, because from a female perspective, because obviously I've been in the industry for so long, so it is, I've seen it, and of course, look, I accept that person who they are, because I love fashion, and I would see it as a fashion sense more than a fetish or anything like that. But obviously I know it can be different for some people. But just tell, when you first heard that, what did you think? And from there on, kind of thing.
Yeah, so when he first told me, he actually didn't tell me that he wore them too. It was more, he just said like it's like a hosiery and pantyhose fetish. And so my first reaction to that was like, okay, like I know that's actually not that uncommon. Like a lot of men just find that attractive. And so I didn't think anything of that at all. And then I think it was just a few weeks later that he told me that he wore them as well. And even then I was just like, oh, that's fine. I didn't feel like it was anything weird. It's just clothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. And I mean, it took a while for us to really introduce it into our relationship too. Like, I would wear it here and there.
Yeah.
But like just for like date nights or something, because I knew he liked it. And then he started wearing around me, and it was a slow process into it. But it never fazed me. I mean, hearing talk about it. So yeah.
That's nice to hear, just because it's like I said, because I've had so many different stories, and you get some people who are so accepting, and understandably as well, there are people out there who think, no, I'm not comfortable, or this doesn't feel right, or maybe you should be with someone who does like the same thing. So it's just nice to hear, especially the fact that like I've got both of you on, and you are having this amazing journey together. It's just so nice to be like, yeah, we're doing it. We're one of those people who actually embrace it, and and the fact that you're now starting your journey as well, Jake. It's just, how are you finding it? What's it like? And especially doing it on Instagram as well, and being public with it. You went, to me, it's like you went full force with it, because not many people do that. So I applaud you, because I can understand it could be quite hard, but how are you finding it?
So I've enjoyed it. Like I said, I was wearing with outfits for him. I've always enjoyed pairing them with outfits, but I've always kind of just gone with just black and, a dress, that matches that. And that's just what I've always done. And then, when we started this, I didn't know what it was going to be right away. Like neither one of us did. It was more those first photos we posted of us just like sitting on the couch and wearing them. And when I figured it was going to be like, we were just going to wear them every once in a while and just take a picture and share it. And then, a couple of days after we started it, I was just wearing an outfit, and I was thinking, this would look really cute with like a pair that he had bought me. And so I put them on, and I just had time to take photos. So I did. And then that just kind of unleashed it. And then I was like, this is really fun. Like just pairing them with different pictures and being creative with it. And, it was just a really good creative outlet for me at that point. So I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed trying different styles and different brands and pairing them, and the photos are really fun to curate, and it's just really enjoyed it. So
I'm so glad. And do you know what? The one thing I've noticed, you can tell the fact that you guys are having so much fun in your photos. It's one of those things, because I tend to do this on a daily basis, in the sense that, and I know like my off days and like my really good days, and I'm feeling myself kind of. And do you know what? You can tell in your photos the fact that you guys really genuinely enjoy what you're doing. And obviously it's reflecting, because you're getting, I obviously see some of the comments are amazing comments. You're getting so many new followers. It's great. It's like one of those, it's like I'm probably one of your biggest supporters. It's like, especially when people ask me like, oh, but I don't know. I was like, look, you know what? You need to go and follow their page. Like J&B are absolutely amazing. And it is just, I love seeing what you guys do, especially when you're pairing together and you've got those amazing intimate photos together. It's just like, it's like I'm living for this right now. Absolutely love it.
That's been a lot of fun. And I think we kind of made the rule that if it doesn't feel fun, we're going to take a break. Like want it to become like a work thing. So we've kept it really fun, and it's been a lot of fun for both of us. The photos together especially are my favorite.
I can imagine.
We've done those like when the kids are napping, and so it's just like, I mean, part of it's like, okay, we have this amount of time, let's try and get as many as we can at the same.
Oh wow. I was just going to say, like, obviously, especially like with having kids around, or just say any other family members or friends or anything, like, I just wanted to ask, like, is this something that you just keep it quite, I hate saying the word hidden, but hidden in a sense.
Yeah, yeah, no one, I think only a couple of my friends actually know about the account, and there are people that support us, but otherwise it's not really known from our family. I mean, if they looked at our photos, or if they found the account and saw the photos, they would know for sure, especially like if they saw some of the old stories with the dogs, because
okay, yeah.
like they're very,
house,
yeah, it's not very well hidden like the house. So
Okay, no, fair enough.
Yeah.
But we haven't told anyone.
No.
Like, he's told us a couple of friends. I haven't told any of my friends. More so, I haven't told anybody I know, friends or family, more so because this is something of his, like, that it started with,
Yeah.
And I don't talk to my friends and family about that side, just for his privacy and our privacy. So, and since that's still kind of the stem of it, in a way, I don't want to. That's just not something I'm going to talk about.
No, which is understandable, especially if it's the fact that like you've newly started this journey as well, and it is something that is just you two. I can understand that, because I can imagine if I was to do that with someone who I was with, it would be like, okay, you would have to do this in baby steps. I can't just go full force like, hey guys, this is, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I do understand that. So I've got a question for you guys then. So just say, obviously, I really hope to God your account does continue, because it is such a brilliant account. Just say like a couple of years, maybe later down the line, if you guys are still doing it, hoping you guys are still doing it, would you be more open about who you are, or tell your friends and family, or would you still keep it like this is one of our little hidden little secrets, and you like having fun, the fact that it is quite, just it's only you two, and it's just you two, and only a select few like how would it be in the future? Would you like to be more open, or would you still like to keep it quite lock and key?
I'm going to be the wishy-washy one. I'd say, I could see it either way.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have strong feelings one way or the other. It would be nice just to be a little bit more open, so it's not like just a hidden thing. But at the same time, it'd be fun to, like, it is our hidden thing. Like, even if we expand it more beyond an Instagram account or create like some type of brand with it, it's like, people will find out, like, with the creating your own brand, but at the same time, it's like, it's fun just kind of keeping it hidden and creating personas. So
yeah, I go back and forth too. I think that's something that's just going to be a journey, and figuring out over time what we want to do with it, and if we want to take away the anonymous factor. Because a big part of this too is, he's embracing it, and like, this part of it for him, and that's a journey in itself for him, and he might, over time want to be more open with it. The Instagram account is a way for him to be open with it on an anonymous platform, but still, show himself and, be himself. And I think that's just going to be a journey that we have to kind of see how it unfolds.
Yeah, I get a lot of messages and questions about, like, people saying, oh man, I wish I could, show myself or do that too. It's like, it's like, and I keep reiterating some of the things you say, like, it's your own journey, you got to do it at your own pace. And like, I tell them, it's like, I might be putting this out here online, but at the same time, like, I'm not going out in public and doing this. There are other people that are, and kudos to them, but like, that's just not where I am or where I might be anytime soon. But so there's still a level of, like, insecurity about going out, but I don't mind. And I've told people, like, I have no problem just doing this in my own home and just being comfortable in my own home. So
no, I get that, and I'm sure a lot, I've definitely heard it, and I'm sure a lot of people who'll be watching this would definitely resonate, because it is like, it's like how you said, they're more than happy to do it in their own home because they're comfortable, they're safe, they know the environment, they know the fact that I can just be truly me with no judgment, compared to some people who, I'm not meaning anything bad by this, but they have like gained the confidence over time to be like, okay, let me sort of take it into my back garden. It's a bit more public, yet it's still my home. Then taking it out, we're going into the streets, we're going down to the shop or something. So I do definitely understand that, especially if it's so new to you guys and it is this, you know, in terms of your whole journey. Yeah, even I would be like, yeah, wow, doing it step by step is probably the best thing to do rather than going full force. I'm going out into the big wide world, going to, you know, what's that street in New York? You know, the whole is it New York Times Square? And it's like, it's
Times
you.
Square. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm just living my best life. So
Yeah.
how can you imagine? That'd be amazing. Oh my God.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, fingers crossed one day, maybe one day, depending on how your journey goes and everything.
Also, the world becoming more accepting. You know, the world is becoming more progressive, and
Yes,
I play into it too in the future, and you know where that goes. So
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Oh, do you know what? It genuinely makes me like just really smile just to see the fact that like you guys are on this journey together. It's just one thing hearing about it and then hearing the positive stories and negative stories, but it's another thing actually just being able to speak with you guys and just sort of you both get to sort of talk about your journey, you know, separately as well as together, like how has it been and everything. And yeah, it's just it's refreshing. It's so nice, and it's one of the things that I love. It's like it's also, you know, the whole thing of changing people's perceptions and breaking those stigmas, and is everything I'm in a sense about. So it's like yes, totally. It's
Right.
yeah. So I wanted to ask, right, so obviously you've tried my brand. I'm not going to make this about my brand, but you know, just because it's one of those, I like to keep it quite like non-biased. But like I was going to say, how many different brands have you tried so far? Because I know you've obviously done a few on your account, but I'm always intrigued because it's like I've reviewed thousands and I'm still reviewing new ones, and it's just I just wanted to ask, how many have you done so far that you know of?
Mine's easy. I think I've only done like 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a lot, because for the longest time I was only buying like just fake ones. So there's like just one brand that I was buying for there. But
Yeah.
I mean, probably I don't know, 5, 6, 7 different style brands. I mean, it's hard because it's like God, there's so many of them. Like, how do you pick the right one? Like, and then some of the expenses, like, I don't want to buy it, and then it's like I don't like them.
Yeah, no,
So,
I get that. I've been in that. I'm still in that position some days, but I totally get that.
The problem is when he buys one, he buys like every color in that brand. So it's like, just pick one color if you want to brand.
No, I get that because I'm like that as well, especially like in some of like my top 10 brands. If it's like they've released that style, but it's in like 5 different colors, it's like I need to get all 5. I can't just pick the one.
Right.
I need to get all 5 to review all 5. But no, I get that though. I get that though. God,
No, I'm thinking about it. I've done about 5.
Yeah. About 5.
5 brands, yeah.
Okay, do you know what? That's not bad going, you know. That is actually not bad going, to be fair. God. So I wanted to ask, right, how many pairs of hosiery have you both got?
we counted this up the other day.
I'm glad I asked the question then.
No, I'm trying to remember because we just got like a shipment for you, and that was like 30 some. So I think with what we'd already had, yours was probably 40, 50, and then I think mine's probably the same. So there's probably over 100 pairs between the two of us.
Yeah.
So, but the same things, like a lot of them are the same style, just different colors.
Yeah, we got a lot of that.
We'll include those in it as well. We'll include those. We're not going to say how many different styles you've got. It's fine. Oh wow. So obviously I wanted like my last kind of one of my last questions that I wanted to ask was, so do you know, obviously there is that whole stigma in terms of obviously one, men wearing hosiery, and 2, obviously another one that I've noticed is couples wearing hosiery and going out, because I remember somebody had once said to me they'd been out and they're normal, they're regular wearers, it's nothing that they hide or anything, they just don't show on Instagram, they just prefer not to. And it was that on good days people will compliment them, like, oh my God, such a fashion statement, but they've also received a lot of hate and a lot of negativity in terms of, why are you doing that, why is that such a thing? And it just in terms of just generally sort of speaking, would you think, in terms of your opinion, would you think that would ever change in terms of couples? I'm going to kind of base it more on couples wearing hosiery and going out, or do you think it's just a stigma that's still going to kind of be around? I just like getting people's points on this.
Well, I mean, I think it'll probably still always be around, just from
In some sense.
in
yeah.
some sense from, you know, just general opinions of some people. But I think it is, like I said, I think it is getting a lot more progressive, a lot more accepting of, especially because you're seeing a lot of more like celebrities kind of gender or going like gender neutral clothes. And so, I mean, and you know, the general population kind of follows them. So, I mean, I think it is probably going to get more accepting, but I think there will always still be, you know, the exception and the handful of people that still have this, you know, negative comment or attitude towards it. I mean,
Yeah.
even though it's affecting them in no way whatsoever, they just, you know, they have to voice their opinion. So,
Oh yeah, we know about that. I know about that recently. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh wow, no, thank you for sharing that.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the world is becoming more progressive, but I also think it depends on where you are. We live in a pretty conservative place.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is it also depending on where you are in terms of city, country, and that as well?
I would say I've been to places where I feel like it would be more comfortable to do so, where I feel like we probably would not get any judgment. I mean, we were just in Ireland in May, and I feel like even there, like we probably wouldn't have gotten much judgment in Dublin, like walking around the city, like if we would have done it there. But here in like our hometown, it is, you know, much more conservative, and it would probably take longer to be able to have it accepted here for sure.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's a shame.
It
a
is.
shame. Yeah.
Which is part of why also, like, part of why we're doing this is just to kind of be one of those, you know, we might not have a big reach, but, you know, the hope is to kind of be a stepping stone in breaking that stigma.
Yeah, making an impact. Yeah.
Yeah, not only just for men wearing, but also for partners to be accepting of men. That's the big thing we're going for with our platform. So
yeah, I mean, we do get a lot of questions about, you know, guys saying, you know, I wish my partner would do this, or how did you get her to do it? I was like, I didn't get her to do anything. It was just said I was just open and honest about what I had, and I tell the people, I was like, you'd be surprised. Just tell them that you're open and honest about it. Like, don't make it a thing about your relationship. Make it something to enhance your relationship, and you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
So,
and those questions is really what kind of started to form what we wanted this to be. You know, we're going to do a blog, and you know, we're wanting to talk more about, you know, that part of it, because I do feel like it's pretty important to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. And I was just going to say, would you mind sharing some of the questions that you had put forward to? Obviously, I've read a few, but then obviously, you know, it's like it's only a 24-hour thing. And when you go back to it, you're like, great, it's gone. But like some of the ones that definitely stood out to you more than anything.
I don't know if any of them were really necessarily. I know we get asked a lot about like how we got into it, which we've gone into.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, because there's been a lot of them. A lot of them usually just like private messages of like just guys asking, like, you know, like, how did you get that, or whatever.
That's been a big one, is people just saying they wish that they had a partner that accepted it, or asking how I accepted it, or how he told me. That's a big part of our questions that we get.
And for me, I can relate to a lot of them, because I've had partners in the past where it's like, you know, I told them about this and it was not received well. So, and so, I mean, I can relate in the fact that like we get a lot of messages like, man, I wish I had a relationship like you. It's like, you know what, I was kind of in the same place you were at a lot of time, and it's just, you know, not that I'd hope that this was what that relationship would be. It was just something that we, you know, were talked about briefly, and we kind of went into it a little bit more, and then we just decided, hey, let's just do this. So it was never an expectation or any idea of like, this is what, when we started dating, like, oh, this is where I want our relationship to be. It was just, things just kind of progressed and happened. So
Wow. No, thank you for sharing that. It's always insightful because I can only just imagine what type of questions you sort of get in your DMs. I mean, it's one thing I get X, Y, and Z, but I can just imagine it would be a mix in yours, but preferably more just, it's like how you said, how can I have what you have in that sense. So yeah, no, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem.
I do appreciate that. So just the last question I want to sort of say to you guys, because I could sit here literally all day asking you questions. But my last question, I think you probably might have answered it, but I always like to end on this. So it is just, if you could leave a message for the people who are going to be watching this, because it will mainly be on YouTube that I'll be putting this on, but obviously just linking it on all my other platforms. Yeah, if you could leave a message for the people watching, what would that message be?
You have something?
I mean, I think the biggest thing for me, the takeaways is like, because we get this question too, is like, just, be comfortable with who you are. Like, we understand that there's a stigma, but I mean, if wearing something is comfortable to you, I mean, wear it. Like, don't let other people's opinions change what you do. I mean, obviously, from our perspective, like, yes, this is anonymous. No one knows really who I am. But it's the fact of like, I'm comfortable doing it in my home. Like, I don't care, like, if someone sees me or whatever. I mean, I'm at home. It's just be comfortable wearing whatever makes you comfortable. Or wear whatever makes you comfortable, and just, don't worry about what other people think or say about it. So.
Right. Yeah. So. And I'd also say, going back to, about being partners. So like, if you are worried about what your partner is going to think or say, just be open and honest with them, and don't make it a hidden thing. I feel like that's where it can become an issue, is if it's hidden in a relationship. And I feel like that's a big thing that people need to remember, is just be open and honest from the beginning. And you might be surprised, not everyone's going to accept it, and that's okay. That might not be your person. So I think that's perfectly okay. There's a lot of people out there, and you'll find your person. So
yeah, no, I like that. No, thank you so much, guys. That was such a nice message. But I appreciate you so much for coming on and doing this. It means a lot to me anyway, but I know it will definitely mean a lot to some of the people who are going to be watching this as well, in terms of, sort of seeing your journey and being like, right, I've probably got the courage now to go and actually maybe ask my partner, be like, so what do you think about this? Kind of thing. So I know this will definitely help a lot of people. Even if it's just one, oh mate, I'm totally, I would be over the moon with that. So
that's what we've been thinking too.
Yeah,
even if it's just a small handful of people that it reaches, and they actually see it on a deeper level, then that's still good, and that's still what we want to do. So oh no, thank you guys. It really means so much to me, the fact that you actually came on to this series and shared your story. It's just, I'm truly grateful for that. So thank you so much for doing so. And then I'm so happy you had us.
Oh, the pleasure was mine, guys.
We were like, what?
Yeah, I saw the message. I was like, I wanted to reply like yes right away, but I texted. I was like, check your DMs.
No, it's just, you know what? Because I thought it would be an amazing opportunity. Because like I said, it's like you guys are starting out. You're on this incredible journey, and it is. I'd love to get you guys back on in the next couple of months, just to see how you guys are progressing, how it's been, and obviously, especially if you're on Instagram and other social platforms, it is. What's it been like on there? And do you know what I mean? It'll be nice to definitely get you guys back on and sort of see the progression later down the line as well. So yeah, but no, thank you for letting me be a part of that. I really appreciate that.
Of course. We're so excited.
Yeah, we're very excited, and I mean, we appreciate all the support you've given us too. So, and we're super thankful that you even had us on too. So
We've gotten more support than we expected. This went a lot further than we thought it was going to go. So.
Oh no, well, anything to help. At the end of the day, it's one of the things I really believe in this, and it is just, I'm more than happy to support wherever I can, however I can. So I'll keep sending people your way. I'll keep sending people your way.
Thank you.
No problemo. Right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and I will hope to see you guys on here soon.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
us too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Have a-